Madhurul Haq. I am your Sergeant at Arms. Let us read our club mission statement. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Thank you. For the meeting, we have some ground rules. Let me read them for you. Please keep your mobile phones on silent mode. And in any emergency, please contact our host. Please do not move when a speaker is speaking or presenting. Please do not change your virtual background. Please keep your mic on mute if not required. Thank you all. Now, without further delay, please help me welcome our presiding officer, DTM Ramkumar Nachupalli. Please give him a huge round of applause. Over to you, DTM Ram.
Ram, you are muted. Unmute yourself, please.
Thank you, Ola. Thank you, Sergeant Tam, Toastmaster Mazharul Haq, our elite debaters, Toastmaster member. Good evening to one and all, distinguished guests, members. Please welcome to the elite debaters debate. Debaters here today, they're going to roar, soar, and perhaps they're going to win tonight. Don't miss any of those exciting moments today. I, as a presiding officer, welcome you all to our elite debaters debate meeting. We have a wonderful topic, but we chose to have impromptu debate. And nobody knows. As I am the presiding officer, I have no clue about the topic. But we are here to learn and unlearn from each other. As a champion speakers, we have witnessed their speeches, and as affirmative, negative speakers and debaters too. Now, with this, before we moving forward, I have seen wonderful guests here. Can I ask and request James, sir, can you unmute yourself to let us know about yourself and who invited to our elite debaters Toastmaster Club? Can you please introduce yourself in short? Welcome, sir.
Hi, good evening all. Thank you very much. I was guest for last meeting. One of my colleague, Mr. Freddy, who has invited me to this meeting last week, I think.
Thank you. We welcome you to the elite debaters, Toastmasters Debaters Club meeting. We look forward for you again. Stay with us and enjoy. Now, may I ask another best speak? I think I have another guest here, Hanan Al Himri. Hanan?
Yes, hello.
Hi, welcome. How are you
Thank you
today?
so much. I'm doing well, alhamdulillah.
Can you
Everything
please
is good.
introduce yourself? Yes, who invited to the elite debaters Toastmaster Club? Thank
I
you.
have joined you actually 5 years ago, but for personal and professional reasons, I wasn't able to join you. And now I want to be back and part of it. So.
Is it your first time meeting elite debaters or the second time?
Yes, the debaters, it's my first time.
Welcome to elite debaters Toastmaster
Thank
Club.
you so much. Thank you so
for
much.
being here.
Thank you.
We have, of course, she's a seasoned veteran Toastmaster, excellent MC. We witnessed today as a panelist, moderator, whatnot. May I request Toastmaster BGG Tens to introduce yourself and we welcome you to the elite debaters Toastmaster Club. BGG Tens. Are you there? Welcome, BG.
Hi, everyone. It's so great to see you all. Good afternoon. Thank you, President Ramkumar. And good afternoon to all the guests and members of Elite Debaters. Looking forward to this meeting. It's been a while since I attended. Looking forward to all the fireworks. So Let's begin.
Thank you. Good evening once again. Welcome all. Thank you. Thank you. Did I miss any guests? Yes, Alina Paul. She's a timer role anyway. She's not a debaters member, but she's supporting and watching for Captain Affirmative Team, Alan Paul, I guess. Can I hear some words of wisdom from Alina Paul, please?
Hello, elite debaters. Hi, everyone. Is everyone clapping? Okay. I've come in as the timer for today. DTM Ola has invited me, so here I am, coming here to watch my brother battle it out with the rest.
Honestly, tell me, you want him to lose or win? You're coming to oppose him or support him?
Well, Ola told me there is the mute option, so let's see what's going to happen today.
Very nice answer. Thank you very much.
I'm saying protest now itself.
Okay. Okay. With that, we would like to warmly welcome all our distinguished guests and our ex-com leaders and members of LEV Debaters Toastmasters. Without further ado, may I request wonderful Toastmaster, Master of Ceremony, today, none other than Ola Rashid. She is a distinguished Toastmaster, champion Kuwait Advanced Toastmaster, storyteller, eloquent speaker, a leader, and educational chair in the past. Without further ado, please help me welcome DTM Ola Rashid. Please put your hands together.
Thank you. Thank you so much, DTM. Thank you so much, DTM Ramkumar, for this. Good evening, elite debaters. I'm pretty sure that you are waiting eagerly to know what is the topic for today. But before we start, I would like to tell you what is debating for the people who don't know what is debating, okay? So, we think that debating is a fight, that you will kill each other like this. So I'm imagining Arish doing this to Alan. But actually,
that could be true.
But actually, our debates in Elite Debaters, it is like this. We do shock each other, but with love. So
it won't happen, Alan. Don't wish for that.
But like this is like we imagine that how our debates are. They end with love. So for the Toastmasters, I would love to welcome all of you, our members and our guests in today's impromptu debating at Elite Debaters Toastmasters Club. Today we do have an amazing 2 teams. And it is my pleasure to welcome the first affirmative team is led by DTM Alan Paul. And then we do have Toastmaster Vicky Atbremog. And last but not least, we have DTM Rohaina Tanvir. This team will be against the other team, which is led by DTM Arish Jafar. And of course, we do have our presiding president for today, DTM Ramkumar. And Arish, she was not here, I'll admit her. And of course, our special debater for today, all the way from Brazil, Toastmaster Angelina. I'm sorry I didn't mention the family name because I was trying to know the right pronunciation, but it didn't work with me. So we are welcoming you with us, Angelina, today. So fellow Toastmasters, are you ready to know the topic? Are you ready to debate?
Yes.
Arish, are you ready to hold that stick? And I love that picture. It's like the first thing when I saw it, I just imagined you and Alan. So Now, as soon as I will show you the debating topic, you will be taken to different breakout rooms created by our beautiful host, DTM Wafa Salman. You will have 15 minutes. And as soon as the 15 minutes are done, all of you will come back to the main room. So are you ready to know the debating topic?
Ola, you should give it to the debate moderator, right?
I will announce it and then I will introduce the debate moderator when I'm done with my table topics and we'll start.
Okay.
Okay, would that be fine? Okay, so ready, steady, go. Wait, didn't go. Go. Oh, it's not going it. It's not going anywhere. Come on, wait, just give me a second. Yes! So, human cloning should be legalized. I made sure
Can I switch with Ellen?
I made sure that Prince will give you the best topic ever. So, human cloning should be legalized. So, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, my beautiful teams, you go to your rooms now.
Can I request to put it in the chat, the topic given to us?
Okay, I'll put it for you. I'll write it for everyone, but you go to your breakout rooms now.
When I'll open the breakout room, they will be automatically sent to the breakout room. And after 15 minutes, they will be automatically.
Okay, Wafa, thank you so much. I sent in the chat the human cloning should be legalized. So you can go to your rooms. Disappear. Go. Why are you still here? Just go. Okay. They are going. Perfect. So, okay, Vikyat is still here. Why? Okay. So, for the Toastmasters, it is the time for us to be here to enjoy our table topics. Now, for today's table topics, it will be debating. So you will have a topic where I will have someone who is affirmative and the other one will be negative. And each will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak. But there is no grace period. As soon as it is done. I made sure that our topics will be funny. I really don't want to make it really so serious. So let's have and enjoy our time. You will not choose the topic because they already organized by me. So whoever will be the first two, they will get the first topic and so on. So are you ready for that? But before we start, I would love for our timer to tell us how we'll be showing the timing cards for the table topics. So make sure it will be 1 to 2 minutes and that's it, no grace period.
Thank you, Ola. The timing for each debate topic, right, would be 1 to 2 minutes. I will display the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes.
Great, that's perfect. And make sure when it is 2, you can mute them as well.
Oh, okay.
Not
Great.
only the debaters, but everyone, except me, Elena, huh? Not me. Everyone, but not me. Okay, so who will be the first 2? And whoever will come first. Okay, so we have Wafa, so she's the first, so she will be the affirmative team. Who will be the negative team against Wafa? Who? Can I
Okay, I'll go for it.
Okay, we have Suhan. So it's Suhan and Wafa. So I will show you the topic on the screen so you can see it. Just give me a second. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so the topic is, would you like to live forever? So, Wafa, your time starts now. Suhan, you can just, if possible, to mute yourself. So when Wafa is done, you can jump in. So Wafa, would you like to live forever? Ready, steady, platform is yours.
Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, good evening. Would you like to live forever? Definitely yes. Who likes to live this life? Regardless of Corona will finish. That's just a period of time. But when you are living forever, there are lots of advantages. Ladies, don't worry from wrinkles, plastic surgeries. So we will be young all the time, even when we are 100, 120. So take care of yourself, go do plastic surgeries and be young forever. The good part of living forever is for the legacy. The knowledge that the person has, it will disappear when he dies. So when you are there, you will make sure that if you are a scientist, you are creating new ideas and new thoughts. If you are an engineer, you are creative and you will do a lot. If you are there, then you will create more and more and more. And you will see if you plant a tree that needs 100 years to grow, you can eat from the fruit of that tree. The grandfather used to say, I will plant the tree for my grandchildren to eat. Now, no, you will plant, you will eat. So yes, I am with that. I love to live forever. I want you to live forever because that's how you can enjoy your life and do the things when you are in that period of time you cannot do. You have plenty of time to do whatever you want. Back to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Wafa. And now it is the time to hear from Suhan. Would you like to live forever?
Table Topic Master, my worthy opponent. I don't like to live forever. Why? Because what reasons DTM Wafa said, I completely disagree. She mentioned about plastic surgery. Imagine me doing plastic surgery. The moment my wife will see me, she'll slap me and said, you're not my husband. You are a stranger. Go away from here. And because of this, I can't show my face to anyone. I'll be like, oh, what? I've become complete strange. And when I don't have anyone with me, I will die without them. So what's the use of living with this life? And I'm not getting anything that can, really help me live. Everything is coming with pesticides, something with unorganic. There's nothing. Everything is all with chemicals, which can turn to be like a slow poison that can kill me anytime. So do you think I can live? No, I cannot. But I can just keep hoping that one day I will, live for something. But if I can't, then I just have to, let's say, okay, I shall be dying by second or tomorrow anyhow. So that's for this reason, I better not wait. I'll better die now itself. Yeah, back to you.
Thank you so much, Sohan. Of course, we wish you and everyone a long, long life and a healthy life as well. So who will be for the next upcoming debate? It will be much funnier. Who will be? Mazhar al-Haq, what do you think?
Yeah, I will try, but winning and losing is not there, no? Winning and losing is not there, I believe.
Sorry?
Winning and losing is not there, huh?
No, I do believe there will be voting. I do know. No, there's no voting, just like enjoying our time. Let the debaters to have a hard time in planning for the topic.
I think Mohammad Raza, he just logged in.
Jinu, how about to be the negative team?
Yeah, I will try.
Okay, so let's see our up next. Okay, so the next topic is what's the best pizza topping? What
My
is
God.
the best pizza topping? So whatever Mazhar al-Haq will say, you have to go, both of you need to convince us with something. So Mazhar al-Haq, the platform is yours.
Debate moderator, DTM Ola, and my worthy opponent. The topic is given to me is what is the best topping for the pizza? I believe what all the provider is serving us, we have to keep it with us. But what is my liking? Why should not I create by myself what topping I like? I can take the ideas from the provider, from the supplier. Why should I depend on them? I can create my own recipe. Is a veg or non-veg? Because nowadays the chemicals are there in the market. If you buy and a lot of chemicals, they used to put into the pizzas and the topping. Once you have it, their pizzas, you don't love the pizza, but you love the chemicals because end of the day they want the customers. I want to have only veg pizzas that is a topping because I believe once we have the healthy food, we can think better, we can live better, we can be free from all the diseases, most of the diseases which came from the artificial ingredients and chemical and so on. If you want to be healthy and you live longer life and you want to pass on the legacy to your next generation and you want to give the example to your younger ones and your colleagues, be healthy always, be fit and fine. And I don't believe in going for this kind of artificial tests and all the time and keep calling them for the delivery and so on. I love the simple way. What all I'm getting, what all I can prepare myself, I'm happy with it. I think thanks a lot and over to you.
Thank you so much, Mazhar al-Haq. Now, Jinu, you need to be against what he said. So let's hear it from you, Jinu.
Okay, good evening, all Toastmasters and debate moderator. I hope you all are fine. Well, in my opinion, we should choose our pizza top according to this at the masters or the survey's opinion. We should ask them which one is mostly go along with the tasters. We cannot use the cheese with the sauce. It is opposite taste. Like that, we need to ask the comment from the chef to the surveys. Ask them which will match with the other taste. The chemicals, without chemical, what we can eat in this world? We are researching for the artificial food in these years. Maybe in the future we will get only the artificial foods, not the natural one. So we should follow that. We should live with the present world. We should eat whatever we get, and we should find more attractive and delicious dishes, and whenever we get. So, in my opinion, I will suggest all of you to ask either bearer or server before having any dishes from any restaurant or any hotels. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Jinu. So now you heard it from both of them and check which pizza you love. So who are up for the next topic? So Biji.
Yes, let's go.
Love to debate. Great. Hanan, would you love to try it?
Yeah.
Hanan?
Yeah, sure. I would love to try it.
Great.
I hope I get an easy topic.
yeah, you will have an easy one. So now Biji will be the affirmative and Hanan, you will be the negative. So you will be against the topic, okay?
Okay.
So this is the topic for you ladies. Ready, steady? Okay, why it's not? Just a minute. Okay, what's more important, being good looking or being smart? What's more important, being good looking or being smart? So, BG. BG.
Yes, I'm here.
The platform is yours.
So you're asking what is more important, being smart or looking good? So I'm for the topic. That means being smart and looking good, you mean? Right? Okay, because that would make me more easy. Okay, great. Table topics master, and to all the fellow members and the beautiful Miss Universe contenders and the Mr. Universe contenders. Isn't that what everybody all looks about? Looking good and being smart? Yes, why not? I would love to be good looking and being smart at the same time. Many reasons, because people with good looks always get into doors fast. And sometimes the women get a more advantage than the male counterparts. But men sometimes get ahead with women because they appear more smart. Like, for example, if you look at me, I wear glasses. I don't really look that good when I have my glasses on, but I am smart. So being good looking and smart gets you certain places. The reason being that that's what they say, beauty and brains, they go together. So coming back to Miss Universe contenders, if you all are out there trying to impress people with your good looks and with good thoughts, then this is for you. Because people all have different ways of looking at things. Some people like to look at the visuals, some people connect with you intellectually. So I definitely agree on this topic. Then looking good and looking smart is definitely a way to go for us. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, BG. So Hanan, it is your turn, to be against the topic that being smart and good looking is important. Okay, so let's have Hanan and then we will get back the debaters. So Hanan.
I just have a question, because in the topic it said either smart or
we have changed it. We changed it in a way so it can be debatable. Okay. So you are against that being good looking and being smart, for you it's not important.
Sure. So thank you. Hello, good evening, everyone, and thank you for your opinion. However, I would think that the experience is more important than being smart. Not everyone becomes smart by nature. Some people, they get experience, and also it's the education that you teach yourself through the years to become something important and more professional. I also believe that your attitude is also important in delivering the message and your professional image to your customers or to people in general. I would also like to go against what you said in regards of Miss Universe and Mr. Universe. I don't think that the looks are the most important thing, as more important as the representable look. Someone who is neat, who is wearing in a professional way, that's what most people will care about, and that's what most people will look at. So I would think that experience and being neat is more important than looks and being naturally smart. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Hanan. That was really very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I already, I was informed by our beautiful timer that the time of 15 minutes is done. So the host, DT Mofa, would you please bring all of the debaters so we can start the debate? So hopefully that you enjoyed the topics. There are other many topics, maybe we can use it in the upcoming meeting. So as we can see, our debaters are here. Great, great. Now, for this part, it will not be held by me. For each debate, there is a moderator. And our moderator today is so enthusiastic Toastmasters, a speaker that you would love to listen to him. Especially, I saw him how he was progressing in his journey in Toastmasters, and I enjoy every single speech he delivers. So, fellow Toastmasters, please welcome with me the moderator for our debate for tonight, Toastmaster Suhan Abdelmanaf.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Very nice to see you all, my fellow Toastmasters and my dear friends. So you all know the topic, that is human cloning should be legalized. But before that, before we begin the debate, there are some ground rules that you need to follow. Number one, to begin with, is the timing. Our timer for today is Toastmaster Alina Paul, and she has the timing rules to follow. From the beginning, we have the opening speech will be given from the captain of each side, from the affirmative team and from the negative team. The opening speech will be for 5 minutes, where at 4:30 when it is 4 minutes 30 seconds, the timer will show green, and when it is 4 minutes 40 seconds, the timer will show yellow. When it is 4 minutes 50 seconds, the timer will show red, and it will be displayed till you finish. And when the time goes 5, you will be muted. So, Captain, please be aware. And coming to the speeches given by the second and the third speaker, the summary is for 3 minutes, where at 2 minutes 30 seconds, green light will be displayed. At 2 minutes 40 seconds, yellow light will be displayed. At 2 minutes 50 seconds, red light will be displayed. And at 3 minutes, you will be and lastly, for the summary, it is for 2 minutes. At 2 minutes, at 1 minute 30 seconds, green light will be displayed. At 1 minute 40 seconds, yellow light will be displayed. At 1 minute 50 seconds, red light will be displayed. It will be remain displayed till 2 minutes, and then you are secondly, you're going to have a cross questioning, which is only for 2 minutes. When it is 2, the timer will mute. So while doing cross questioning, please be careful. Another thing is, no new material is allowed during the summary speech. And normally the moderator has the right to intervene when the speaker gives new material, but to avoid technical glitches on this platform, the moderator, okay. So there are no judges, so let's stay out of it. And now let me give the sequence of the speaking. From the affirmative team, we have the captain, DTM Alan Paul. Big round of applause. Yeah. Then we have the second speaker from the affirmative team, DTM Rohena Tanveer. And the third speaker, we have Toastmaster Vikyat Pramod.
Hello, excuse me. I'm the second
Yes.
speaker.
You're the second speaker?
Yeah.
Okay. The second speaker of the affirmative team is Toastmaster Vikyat, and the third speaker is Toastmaster Rohena. Am I right, or is this?
You're right.
All right. Thank you so much. Now let me introduce you to the negative team. The captain of the negative team is DTM Arij Jafar. Then the second speaker is DTM Ramkumar Nachupalli. And lastly, the third speaker, all the way from Brazil, is Toastmaster Angelina. So debate team, I wish you all the best. So teams, are we ready? Audience, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, so now it's time for me to call the captain of the affirmative team to give his opening speech for 5 minutes. So let me call our captain, DTM Alan Paul. Alan Paul, how are you? Can you hear me? See me?
I am doing great. Yes.
So are you fine? Perfect to go?
Yes.
So are you all right? So you seem to be ready. So now, all right. So it is resolved that human cloning can be legalized. From the affirmative team, I would like to call DTM Alan Paul to give your opening speech for 5 minutes. Back to you, Alan Paul.
Thank you, debate moderator, fellow Toastmasters and guests. A warm good evening to one and all. We all live in a society, in a world where there are countless diseases out there. And there are so many numerous loss of lives because of unknown diseases. But yet, our scientists have been constantly researching and developing ways to cure some uncurable diseases. We had a pandemic, and we also had a vaccine that was released mainly because of the research and development that was being done. And during these research and development, because of this constant research and development, why are there being laws that are banning certain things, especially things like human cloning? Today, me and my fellow team members will be talking about why human cloning should be legalized. As per the definition of Merriam-Webster, human cloning means is the creation of genetically identical copy or clone of a human body part or an entire human. The term is generally used to refer to artificial human cloning, which is the reproduction of human cells and tissues. It does not refer to the natural conception and delivery of identical twins. Legalized means the deriving authority from or founded on laws. Me as a captain will be talking about why human cloning should be legalized and why it is necessary. My team member, that is the second speaker, Toastmaster Vikyat, would be talking about its advantages and why human cloning is required. My third speaker, my third team member, will be talking about the guidelines that are in place whenever human cloning is legalized. It is not like you can just simply clone humans just like that. No, there will be some guidelines in place. And my third speaker will be speaking about this. Now, I will be covering about why human cloning is necessary. First of all, it is not a surprising news out there that people need organs. There are people who need to survive based on human organs. And when there is a depletion of human resources, when there's a scarcity of human resources, people resort to other means. There is a black market also out there. We need to cut all this out. We need to make it legalized in such a way that it goes through a proper channel. It goes through proper guidelines. If in case people need organs, they need to go through proper channels. So if this is the case, human cloning can really help. Second point, it helps in the research of blind people. Cancer research for growing cells, which will again be covered by our third speaker. And a scientific inquiry is viewed as a public good and somehow suggested that unrestricted scientific inquiry should be permitted and encouraged to the greatest possible extent. For some couples, cloning may provide the only means for them to genetically related child. Banning human cloning could be construed as an unwarranted intrusion into their personal decision-making skills. We should never stop research for the scientists. It should always be encouraged because there are innumerable diseases out there, which comes to my fourth point. biotechnology has been contributing to major advances in medical treatment. There are more than 2,000 human diseases and abnormalities which have a genetic causation. Healthcare and the increasing feasibility of genetical therapy, although slowly, augment the future incidence of hereditary ailments. Germline gene therapy could halt this increase, but at present, it is not technically feasible. Indiscriminate prohibition of all cloning procedures and researches, scientific research involving stem cells, including the embryonic tissue, could yield new treatment for diseases. And my last and final point is any decision to ban human cloning should follow a painstakingly and balanced analysis that follow a strict scientific assessment of the genetic and social implications. People are nowadays having the wrong implication of human cloning. People look at movies and think, oh my God, is this what is happening for human cloning? No, that is not the case. We here will be giving our proper facts, statistics, and figures to show why human cloning should be legalized. It should not be banned just because of movies or other ethics that people are talking about. We are stating facts through proper research, and me and my team members will be covering this. With that, thanks to your debate moderator. Over to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Alan Paul from the affirmative team. Now I would like to call the captain of the negative team, DTM Arij Jaffer, to do the cross-questioning. But before that, I would like to tell you all that heckling the other debater is not allowed. I repeat, heckling the other debater is not allowed. So now let me introduce our captain of the negative team, Toastmaster Arij Jaffer. Hi Arij, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm good and I can hear you well. I hope you have pinned the timer, everything, so you are good to go, right?
Where's the timer? Okay, here's the timer. Yes. Hi, Elena. Okay.
Okay, so you seem to be ready. So I'm giving the stage back to you now. We may begin the cross.
Thank you so much, and good evening, my worthy opponent. How are you, DTM Alan?
I'm fine, DTM.
Doing great.
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm great. I'm great. I just want to ask you a question, and you answer me, please, yes or no. Are you really comparing the pandemic time with human cloning? Seriously?
I didn't say that.
You started your argument with talking about the pandemic.
I was talking about the research part of it. Yes. Yes, I'm comparing the research part of it. Yes.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So another question for you. You agree in cloning people to get their organs?
No, as per my definition, I was talking about cloning genetically identical
really
copy of a human body.
So you agree?
You're getting the wrong impression.
To have someone to clone you, so maybe someone else will get your organs.
No, what I'm saying is we can clone human organs so that others who need it can use it.
How you can? Okay, I will not ask you how you can clone the organs.
No, you can ask me. I can give you an explanation.
Anyway, so I just want to ask you last question. You were referring the failure of human cloning to movies.
No, I'm saying that our opposition team, that is your team, or the normal conception is that people are referring to human cloning as something that is seen in the movie.
Arguments
but it is not like that. It is not as seen in the movie.
That's all for me.
No, it is not as seen in the movie.
That's all for me. Thank you so much, DTM Alan.
You're not allowing me to speak.
But you're referring to our discussion while we did not even start. So thank you so much.
You should hear me out. I was telling a point.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I guess we are done here. Thank you so much, Alan and DTM Arij. Now, DTM Arij, you may do your opening speech on behalf of the negative team. Back to you.
Thank you so much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Cloning, human cloning. Yes, I would love to see my twin or someone whose identity, like, just look like me, but not me. However, I can see that the affirmative team, they were referring to things we didn't even started yet. We didn't say it. They were comparing to pandemic and things like that. So let me tell you, we agree with you, affirmative teams, on the definition for the human cloning. Thank you so much. And let me tell you before I start that today in my arguments, I will talk about the unacceptable medical risks and the health concerns. My second speaker for the negative team will be talking about why human clone not appropriate. And the third speaker, she will speak about human rights, societal impacts, and ethical point of view. So let me start with my arguments. Human cloning can give rise to certain medical issues. Technically, a human grows older with age. It's featured that the cloned individuals would return the age of the donor's genes. Imagine what will happen if a 40 years old gen is manifested into a newborn baby. For the health concern, let me tell you something. The health risk involved with the human cloning is something that cannot be sidelined on all accounts. There is a possibility that the cloned individual might carry certain abnormalities and may die sooner than the standard life expectancy. I want to tell you something, everyone. Like, imagine to clone you, they need to do a specific test on you first. So they will put for you specific medicine, and maybe your body did not accept it. I will tell you something that happened with my mom. My mom, the other day, before like 2-3 weeks or last month, she got the vaccine for the normal flu, not the corona or anything. It's the normal flu. And you know what happened? Her body did not accept it. Her hand was swollen and red, and she had fever, and she wasn't even able to move. I'm not comparing like my worthy opponent, but I'm saying if only a vaccine could affect your body in a very bad way and your body won't accept it. Imagine what other medicals they will be injecting your body just to clone your organs or to clone someone else. So for that, me and my team are strongly disagreeing and not accepting with the resolution, which is human cloning should be legalized. We are not accepting that. And thank you so much. Back to you, moderator.
Thank you so much, Captain of Negative Team DTM, Arif Jaffer. Now would like to call the second speaker from the affirmative team, Toastmaster Vikyat, to do the cross questioning. Hello, Toastmaster Vikyat, how are you?
Hello, doing well.
Okay, I can hear you clearly. So can you pin the timer?
Oh yeah, give me a sec. Wait.
Our timer is
Alina,
Alina
right?
Paul. Yes.
Okay, I'll pin that. There's no other timer screen like we usually have?
No other timer screen though.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay. So before you begin, I would just like to remind you that heckling the other debater is not allowed. Yep. Okay. So your cross question is for 2 minutes. So you may please begin. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Hello, Rich.
Hi, how are you?
So yeah, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. So you made some interesting
I
points
cannot see
regarding.
you.
Oh,
Okay, here.
so you made
Yeah.
some interesting points regarding cloning, but I had some issues with the points you made. Firstly, you have been referring to cloned individuals. Arish, do you think we are talking like when it comes to human cloning? Do you think it's only or entire individuals that can be cloned? Is it not
No.
possible for? do you think it's only entire individuals that are being cloned? Don't you think like
I
do you think
didn't
a
say
band
that.
you
I
did
didn't
you
say
were
that.
you made repeated references to cloning individuals and how that will be bad and how they age faster and so on.
Okay.
So are you willing to agree
No, I
that
just
that's just one
spoke
very
about one
specific?
point, but I didn't
Yeah,
take
that's just
about
one
others.
very specific, one very specific example of cloning. Yeah, cool. And then you are talking about how your mother got a vaccine shot and had some reaction to it. How is that related to cloning? Can you elaborate on that?
No, I did not relate it. I said in my speech that I'm not comparing it, but imagine if this happened with only vaccine like for a flu. How
Okay.
do you expect that the other injections you will
Okay,
get?
that's fine. That's fine. You made your point. Yeah, and why do you expect that cloning you would include injections into you? Cloning just requires part of your cells to.
And do you feel that it might not get me any infection? Do
No,
you
feeling-
know 100% that it won't
My-
give me any infection?
See, you're making an argument from incredulity here. You don't understand it, so you're vehemently against it. Cloning just requires a part of your cell to be a few cells of yours to be cloned. You don't
No,
need
you
injections
asked me a question. How you
Yeah, I did.
think that it's infecting you, right? So I'm asking you how you would know that it won't infect me. I'm not just
Well,
giving without understanding. I'm asking based on the
I will
question.
cover that. I'll cover that in yours on my side. So you're agreeing that you don't have any reason to making that claim because you haven't given me a valid reason yet.
No, I'm answering only your question. You.
All right, thank you so much. Now, I would like to call the second speaker from the affirmative team to give his speech. So Toastmaster Vikyat, the floor is yours once again.
It's
Thank you so
Ramkumar.
much.
Oh, sorry,
Nice.
sorry.
All right, Toastmaster Vikyat, floor is yours.
Thank you, DTM Ari Jaffa, for your interesting view on the topic. So I would start with my side of the debate. So Arish has been making repeated references to cloning individuals. I'm telling you all right now that our team does not really, we don't really care much about cloning individuals as such. Cloning has been going on for years. What has been banned and what's been covered in popular culture is just reproductive cloning, where entire individuals are cloned from, where entire individuals are cloned. But like I said, cloning has been going on for decades. People but the cloning I'm talking about is a bit smaller scale than the entire individual cloning, which Arij was going on and on about. So, for example, Henrietta Lacks, which was just an ordinary lady who lived in around 1951. She developed cancer, eventually, and she died from it. But the scientists were able to recover a few cervical cells from her, and they were able to keep cloning those cells. And these cells, then currently known as HeLa cells, Henrietta Lacks cells, is the most widely used human cell line for medical research. Almost every new advancement in cancer research, a large majority is vaccines out there. Almost a majority of all sorts of medical research depends on Henrietta Lacks cells. Cloning has been going on. The argument that cloned people will grow older faster, I don't think it's very strong. Also, when it comes to cloning individuals and the health issues that come with it, I think it's just my opinion here that that's a problem that could be solved with time. Humans have just started venturing into the whole abyss of what we could call human cloning. And we don't understand it very well yet. A few decades ago, we didn't understand cancer, and it killed a majority of people who were infected by it. But now we could cure most cancers with a good degree of efficiency. Similarly, given enough time and given enough medical research, we might be able to solve the aging problem, which I could go on into it. It's about telomerase and other stuff, but I'm not going to do that right now. I mean, people are working on it. And if you solve the aging problem in clone cells, I'm telling you right now, it will also pretty much solve the aging problem in humans. And going more about the benefits of cloning, DTM, Alan already mentioned a bit about how it could benefit organ transplant and medical research. And I'm going to talk about I'm going to go a little more into that. So So in medical research, like you all might have heard about stem cells, like it's a very popular biological research field right now, stem cell research, how it has like some incredible, what do you call it, potential in terms of how it could be used, how it could cure cancer, how it could help in a lot of
All right, thank you so much. Your time is up, Toastmaster Vikyat. Okay, I would now like to call the second speaker from the negative team, DTM Ramkumar. Hi, DTM Ramkumar, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, you sound good. I hope you have pinned the timer.
Let me pin. Who is the timer today? 1 second.
Our timer is beautiful Alina Paul.
Alina, 1 second, 1 second. Yes, I forgot where she is. Yes, Alina. Let me just a minute.
They are all spotlighted.
Thank you, all spotlighted. Wonderfully said. Yes, I am here.
Okay, so you're set and ready, right? So you're going to have you're going to cross questioning for 2 minutes. So just remember, heckling the other speaker is not allowed.
Thank you.
All right. So now you may begin your cross questioning. The time starts now.
Appreciate my affirmative speaker, Vikyant. Can you exactly tell me degree of efficiency in the human transplantation, the organs that have been created as cloning? What references? What reference do you give? Degree of efficiency.
I understand the question, Dr. GM Ram. I was looking towards the future here. People haven't started cloning organs yet.
You said, how do you solve the aging problems? How is it possible humanly? Is there any science that is talking about the aging issues? Can you give me a reference?
I haven't looked into the aging issue yet because that was your argument.
Do you have any reference source?
Based on again, I was not the one who brought up the aging issue. That was your side.
Did you say we don't understand as humans? Is that right? That what I heard?
I said we don't
understand as humans
yet. Humans, you are looking down on humans right now, DTM Ram.
Secondly,
humans are not so weak.
Now, you also mentioned that the cervical cancers have been cured.
Yes.
Do you know
not that it has been cured.
Cervical cancers been treated, if not legally? Is it legally and people are accepting it? What percentage?
Yes.
At what percent?
Everyone. People just don't care about it when human cloning.
You said entire individuals cloning. What does it mean? I did not understand.
I never said, okay. When you have the popular image of cloning, you're talking about cloning people. We don't clone people. You haven't cloned people yet. We are cloning individual cells or a few cluster cells.
Do you mean to say cancer, Parkinson, Alzheimer's diseases can just vanish like that with the cloning process, human cloning?
Not vanish. A cloning process is a strong tool to combat it. No one's waving a magic wand here. That's not how research works.
In fact, I believe it causes cancer and it is scientifically proved. Thank you. Thank you. I'm done with it.
All right. Thank you so much, DTM Ram and Toastmaster Vikyat. And now I would like to introduce our second speaker from the negative team to give his speech for 3 minutes. So DTM Ram, the stage is yours.
Thank you, my wonderful guests and affirmative speakers. As my captain said, I would like to talk and reflect some scientific research done on human cloning. Cloning, we always talk about organs, but have we talked about the cancer, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease? If these were still prevalent as of today, entire organs can be produced to assist the prevalent therapist. What are the risks we are facing today? When we talk about risk compromise with our immune functions, the cost is more than certainty. Production of offspring clone attempts are successful 1% to 10% according to American Medical Association healthresearchfunding.org, the article I'm referring to. You can go and research on this human cloning. Additional to the Center for Bioethics and Human Dignity, it is said human stem cells research requiring the destruction of human embryo is objectionable on legal, ethical, and scientific grounds. I do agree. Abnormalities and mutations. The risk of amplifications of genetic defects in case of cloning is very high. 4% abnormal in functions. Cells in cloned, including humans as well as animals, according to the Whitehead Institute of Biomedical Research in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The greatest risk presented by human cloning is the unpredictability of the development of intelligence in the clones. The possibility of the clones being treated differently from others is also a paramount concern as of today, beyond ethical debate in Islam, realism, Judaism, United Church, World Council of Churches, including Roman Catholicism. Additional to that, American Medical Association, the Center of Bioethics and Human Dignity, it has provided that is objectionable on legal, ethical, and scientific grounds. Cloning laws says in US, no federal laws prohibiting human cloning. 13 among the 50 states have adopted laws that prohibit human productive cloning. Arizona, Maryland, Massachusetts Missouri have prohibited state funding of cloning research activities. Even in the 2005 survey, 60 people in the US uncomfortable in consuming cloned organs, making it important that these are no more valid. Now let me share my final.
Okay, thank you so much, DTM Ram. Your time is up. Okay, so now please help me welcome our third speaker from the affirmative team, Toastmaster Rohena Akil, for cross-questioning. Toastmaster Rohena, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, so I hope you pin the timer. I'm good.
I cannot see the timer, just a moment.
Timer is Alina.
Okay, now I see her.
Okay,
Hi, Alina.
Pinned her. So you before you begin your cross questioning, just want to remind you, heckling is not allowed. So since you're ready, your time starts now to begin with the cross questioning. Over to you.
DTM Ram Kumar is muted. Can you please
DTM
unmute him? How
please
do I
unmute
ask
yourself.
him?
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you may begin once again, right now.
Good evening, my worthy opponent. Toastmaster Ram Kumar, I would like to ask you that you said in the beginning that you started with treating about Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and you said that all this is actually something which is required in today's world. Do you agree?
We don't require any disease like this.
No, I said we need to treat such diseases. Do you agree to that?
What percentage are they successful? That's my question to you.
Nothing is successful in this world. Right now, when Corona is not successful, but I'm talking
Ebola
about this is something, I'm talking about something that is needed to be treated. Do you agree that we need to treat these kind of treatments, diabetes, heart attack, cancer?
I don't agree. They are in fact producing
No, I didn't
cancer.
come to that. No, I didn't say, I didn't talk about this. I said, do you agree that we need to treat all these ailments? We don't want to treat these ailments.
I don't agree human cloning. I don't agree this.
No, I'm not. I didn't come to cloning. I didn't come to cloning. I'm just
cancerous and which is.
I'm just asking a simple question that we need to treat. We need to treat certain ailments which have been there since maybe my grandfather's age and before that. So I'm just asking you a simple question. Do we need to treat them? Yes or no? That's all I need.
We don't necessarily need to treat unless we don't have scientific.
Okay, fine. Thank you. You give me your answer. That means you don't believe in technology. That means you don't believe in technology, and that this is a part of technology which we are coming to. Cloning. That is a part of technology which has been scientifically proved that we can do something, and it's not being given. It's not being given.
It is not technology. It is a human genes, DNA.
Like you said that all these citations you gave us,
technological
Science
advancement,
and technology are
technology.
related. Science and technology are related.
Please.
Technology, it is
Yes,
about.
if he lets me ask him a question. My question is.
Okay, your time is up. All right, thank you so much. And now I would like to call the third speaker from the affirmative team. Toastmaster Rohena Akil, you may begin your speech.
Thank you so much. As my worthy opponents have cited certain citations and given us some ideas that, that this should not be legalized, I would like to say that cloning has not been given a chance to show its technological advancements, to show how effective, how productive it can be, because there was a ban immediately when there were certain failures. Now, with failures, we learned that there are successes, but those successes were never achieved. And that is one thing that we have seen. Now, we're not talking only about human cloning, we're talking about non-human cloning, which has become normalized. I'm talking about even from cells which are non-human, but from the human, of course, taken from the human, but the cells from the say from the plants or from animals. But what I'm talking about is these particular cells, they can be grown, they can be used to produce something which might help in the future, which has not been given a chance. The world's champion polo team actually offers cloning services for pets. And the world's, this has actually been shown by statnews.com, and it has used cloned ponies. Now, the markets for these companies are surviving, and they claim that the safety and effectiveness of their methods keep improving as they keep doing it. But if they are given a ban, definitely they will not go ahead. My worthy opponent has also mentioned about medicines which have adverse effects without giving any proof. Now, this actually is a logical fallacy of extrapolation here. Somebody has also mentioned about abnormalities. They've also mentioned about having a lot of failures there. This has been not given the chance to grow. Let those scientific, technological experiments be given some more advancements, some more, maybe they don't want to fund it, maybe they need the funding, and all that would actually add to some proper advantage of cloning. Why? Because we need to, in this world, treat things like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, diabetes mellitus, leftover embryos, when in vitro fertility clinics, they are kind of discarded every week. And I think that, these particular embryos can actually be used just to do the experiments. So this also would definitely be an added advantage if it is actually given a chance. If you say it's banned and you just stop over there, nothing would advance that way. There's always a framework, a time of, giving that legality, signing the papers, all that red tape business has to be done. And that is what is actually stopping everything. That is where people come up with, no, this is disadvantages, but let it be given a chance. That chance is.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohena. Your time is up. Now I would like to invite our third speaker from the negative team, Toastmaster Angelina.
Good
Hi,
evening,
Toastmaster
everyone.
Angelina.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing very well. And
Okay,
you?
so I can hear you clearly. So have you pinned the timer?
Yes, I can see clearly. Timer, I pin.
Yeah, timer is Toastmaster Alina. All right, great. So before you begin your cross-questioning, just want to remind you, heckling the other speaker is not allowed.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so now your time starts now for your cross-questioning.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Good evening, Toastmaster Rohena.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am doing very well. Thank you very much.
Lovely.
Rohena, one question. This blues is black or white? Is black or white?
I can see red. I can see red.
Exactly. It's red. So your question is, if you want to treat this disease, yes or no? It's totally fallacy, logical fallacy, because this blues is not black, it's not white.
I don't see the
Second
relation.
question. Second,
No, I don't see the relation.
It's not treating. We are not against treating diseases. We are, of course, pro
But
the way,
the other opponent, he did that. The opponent, DTM Ramkumar, did speak
But
about.
okay,
I
understand.
don't want to
right.
treat.
It's right. Okay. Another question. Second question. Roina, do you know the name? Probably you know Josef Mengele. Do you know this person?
Sorry?
Josef Mengele. Do you know this person?
Josef Mengele.
Josef Mengele. Mengele. Yes, it was Nazi. It was Nazi that who used possibility and some chance, and they use human being in order to treat some diseases. Do you know how was the final of this treatments?
No, actually, I have no idea about Yusuf Mangala
Many people died. Many people died in very cruel way. So in hospitals,
Which
in
Nazis means 1940s. That time, I mean, like I would think technology was down, completely down.
No, it's not the
now
case.
Now is the time for technology.
No,
it is a time. It is a time of science and technology. This is the era of science and technology. If it wasn't, then what is happening around in the world wouldn't be happening. There's a lot of technology right now which is under our noses.
Thank you very much for your opinion. I really appreciate this.
Thank you so much.
But I don't agree.
All right, thank you so much, Rohina and Toastmaster Angelina. So Toastmaster Angelina, the third speaker from the negative team, you may begin your speech. All the best. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. As captain of our group mentioned on the beginning, I will focus in my speech on ethical and moral point of view on that topic, the first of all, and also societal point of view for that topic. So I ask third speaker of affirmative team about Josef Mengele, because here, even if we have some chances, it doesn't mean that we have to use some chances. And therefore, I also brought this example of Nazis treatments in concentration camps, because in certain moment, some people would like to do step further, and instead of thinking about ethical problems. Here, for example, according to Brock's cities also studies about human cloning would produce psychological distress and harm in the later twin. No doubt, knowing the path in life taken by one earliest twin might often have several bad psychological effects. So first of all, we talk here about ethical problem, who I am in order to clone. For example, so myself, I studied biotechnology, so I know how it functions very well. And I know also that what will happen with the human being created through myself, for example. It will be another Angelina, maybe. And okay, so she will have the same rights as I, because we are the same. We have the same material, genetical material. So our rights are equal. And if yes, why we create somebody only to use organs when I have an accident? So here I see very critical point, because it's not equal in that situation. So first of all, ethical problem. Psychological also. If I know that I am, for example, clone of Angelina, how I feel, how I can live in the society that pressed me on to live in this world. Okay, maybe Angelina one day will need my organ, my liver, my heart, for example. I don't know, and how I will live with it. Do you think about this topic? Our group is not against treatments of diseases, of course not. But here the problem was, the collocation of the problem was a logical fallacy. It's not yes or not. We can do it, but not using human cloning. So here I would like also to stress.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Angelina. Your time is up. Okay. So now I would like to call the captain of the affirmative team, DTM Alan Paul. DTM Alan Paul, how are you? Hello once again.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
All right, that's great. Okay, so I hope you pinned the timer.
I have. Can you please unmute? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I hope two of you are ready there.
Mm-hmm.
If you're ready, then you may begin your cross questioning. So I have read my rules already, so you all can begin.
Thank you, debate moderator, and a warm good evening to my worthy opponent. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. And you, Alan, how are you?
I love your assumptions, by the way. So I have some questions, a few questions regarding what your team also spoke about. So these are just simple yes or no questions. So my first question is this. Your team spoke only about cloning human reproductive organs only. Do you have any laws prohibiting human cells? Yes or no?
At the moment, I don't have this information, so I don't have.
You don't have. Okay, no problem. We'll move on to the next question. No problem.
I didn't prepare that.
Abnormalities are carried into clones. Your team did not provide any proof. Do you have any evidence of this? Yes or no?
Evidence of what? I'm sorry, could you repeat?
Abnormalities are carried into clones.
Abnormalities of clones?
Yeah, are carried into clones.
On human beings?
Have any proof of this?
On human beings?
Yes,
into clones. We have no experience about that till now.
You don't have any. Thank you. All right, let's move to the next one. Now, you already mentioned that medicines may have adverse effects, right? This example is a logical fallacy of exploration, and you did not provide any proof of this as well. So do you have any proof of this?
But which proof? I'm sorry, because I don't understand.
No, you mentioned that medicines may have adverse effects, right? So
psychological, yes, of course. I have 7 proofs, 7 articles, scientific articles about this topic.
All right.
Of course,
now, you mentioned unpredictability of intelligence in clones, right? Now, do you have evidence to prove the percentage of unpredictability as of now?
No, about intelligence in clones.
You don't have. Okay, great. Now, my last question to you is: clones are at the same age. Clones are at the same age as the donor. Why should that be the reason for banning cloning?
Because it's the ethical, moral, and moral issue.
Okay, it's only depending on
not the same right. The same.
All right, thank you so much for your cross questioning. So now it's time for the team captains to give their summary. So do you need time, or you want to give the summary right now?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Let's give it now itself.
All right. Okay. So now I would like to call the captain of the affirmative team, DTM Alan Paul, to give his summary for.
I need to pin the timer. I just got spotlighted.
Okay, please pin the timer. Once you're ready,
okay, done. Yes, I'm ready now.
All right. So let me please welcome DTM Alan Paul to give your summary speech for 3 minutes. Over to you.
Thank you, debate moderator. Now, in football, there are 2 teams playing football to shoot the goal on the other side. But when the other team and the opposing team puts a self-goal, all we can do is sit and clap, because that is what happened here today, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't even have to do anything. The opposing team themselves put their own goal. We didn't have much to rebut as well. I'm glad that the opposing team agreed to our definitions, and our speaker also rebutted all the points. Her arguments were about how humans grow older with age, with cloned individuals and individuals being cloned. This was already rebuted by when I was asking the question to the third speaker. And she also spoke about putting a specific medicine into people. This was again rebuted, and we don't even need to rebut it, because she was comparing with imagination and self, and talking about personal examples about other medicines apart from what we're talking about. Let's stick to the topic here, guys. I had given 5 arguments, and the questions that were asked were all twisted, and nothing was rebuted among these arguments as well. My second speaker gave 3 arguments, and again, none of the questions were related to that. Opposing team brought up questions that we never even asked in the first place. We didn't even cover this. They were asking questions that can help improve their constructive speech. Nothing regarding our arguments were being rebuted again. Now, moving on to the second speaker, again, not speaking to the point. not appropriate, but my team member was able to rebut, was able to ask the appropriate questions, but the answers were again not being answered to the correct length. It was about something else. He kept saying, I don't agree with cloning as the entire answer instead of answering the correct questions. And my last speaker, the last speaker of my opposing team, I don't think I need to ask anything more because it was all based on assumptions about something that will happen in the future. We are not talking here about something that will happen in the future. We are talking about facts, figures, and statistics. We don't need a slippery slope of this. So my argument, my team members covered all our points, all our arguments, and none of this were refuted by us. We provided facts, statistics, and figures, which still stand to this time. And we strongly believe that cloning should be legalized. We have provided the proofs, and I believe that everyone has the right to do their research because scientific knowledge should never be stopped. Try it out. Imagine if scientific knowledge was stopped or banned. How can we go further so that we can improve and cure more diseases? Human cloning should be legalized, and we have provided the proofs and statistics for this. That back to you, debate moderator.
Thank you so much, DTM Alan Paul, the captain of affirmative team. Now, I would like to invite the captain of the negative team, DTM Arij Jaffer. Hi, Arij, can you hear me?
Thank you so much. Hi, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, you pin the timer?
I can see the timer, yes.
All right, so you can give your summary speech. Over to you.
When we play football, there is two teams and they club together or something or whatever. Anyway, if we don't agree or we did not speak about the same arguments the affirmative team spoke about, that does not mean we are not able to understand the topic. With that being said, let me tell you something. We are agreeing on of course, on the definition that the affirmative team mentioned, and we have discussed the points. We have said we will discuss the unacceptable medical risks. We didn't need to go through a lot of things. Each one of us has picked specific topics to discuss, and this is what we discussed regarding cells and individuals or whatever. Each person has picked the topic they want to discuss, not to discuss only what affirmative team are referring to. So I have spoke about the medical risks, and the second speaker were speaking about the why human clone not appropriate, and the last speaker had spoke about human rights and societal impacts and the ethics point of view. Let me tell you something. As cells begin to age, the information they obtain is imprinted within their physical structure. When a person begins to grow up, they generate genetics information that their genome maintains. Although we know that cloning is possible, what we do not understand at that present time is whatever the information contained within our DNA could cause an artificial duplicate to develop more rapidly than normal. Let me ask you a very, very, very sensitive question. Would you really agree to be cloned yourself? And don't take it as a funny way, but do you really accept that, to have someone else to be in your place? Imagine you are not there at home, so I will send my clone. I don't think it's ethical or it should be acceptable. Yes, I'm saying it from my point of view, and you can go ahead and Google it and do the research you want as our affirmative team captain. Do the research and you can see all these details there in front of you. We have short time to give you the specific points, but we are strongly believe that it should not be legalized. Human cloning should not be legalized. Yeah, right. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, the captain of the negative team. Well, now we have come to the end of debate moderating and debate. And now I'm confused. Should I do the cloning for myself? Sometimes I'm thinking yes, sometimes I'm thinking no. But let's see what happens next. So do I have to ask for the voting, or the Toastmaster of the day can do that?
Thank you so much, Suhan, our great moderator. Thank you so much for our teams, and hopefully that you enjoyed the topic. I was so happy watching both of you, just trying to suffer in preparing for the topic, as it happened with me and Wafa last. Still, I'm considering our topic was much harder than yours. But both teams did a great job. And just to tell you, the negative team is called the Smarticles, and the positive team is the I team. So let's see who will be winning. And I do believe our hosts are the polls are ready. Okay, so let's initiate them, and let's vote for the best team and the best debater for tonight.
If you vote for the negative team, we will send you all the tests you need to clone yourself. No? Okay.
Again, it is not about cloning, but I'm not going to comment further.
Yes, cookies for everyone who votes affirmative.
So are we done with the voting? Okay, we are done with the voting. So now we are done with the voting for the teams. It is the time to do the polls for the best debater for tonight. Okay, and both of the polls are done. We are done with them. So how you felt about this debating? Would you love to see another copy of you? Me, no. Thank you so much.
No, we're still talking about cells. We stuck to cells. And I don't know why I always get a topic which is never in my favor.
Still debating.
I was thinking.
So now it is very, very, very approach topic, because cloning, it's not specified which part of the human being. It's not specified.
Prince George here.
Or the organs and all of this stuff. But thank you so much, Prince, for this topic.
Now I want to hear what he has to say about
Prince,
it.
Prince, show us your face, Prince.
No, I'm not here. I'm not here. I think it's my clone. It's not me.
Yeah, I know. It's your clone. See, it's his clone. He agrees with the topic.
Now, let me tell you something, because I need to say the truth here. He gave me a topic, and for me it was like the super easy, Prince. Give me another one. So he gave me
What? You made it worse?
No, I like the topic.
Voila.
Voila, you have to
more
put
clone
yourself
topics.
out.
I would never
Ola, you have my
accept
support.
me and Wafa suffered last time.
Next time you debate,
your life.
next time you debate, I will give a topic.
Wait, what was that topic? What was the topic Prince said?
I will allow Ola to say that. Ola, go ahead, Ola.
So, because it was super easy. And Alan is
Say
the positive and you are the negative. I do believe, if I can remember, it's about wait,
Okay, I will just say it. I'll just say it.
Yeah.
It's academic qualification matters more than experience at a workplace. That was the original.
Oh,
That was super easy.
Ola, I will kill you.
Ola, find a clinic to clone yourself with, because I know where's your home.
I think Ola's clone has given this.
And this, what you have just said in the group.
Oh my God, that was a good topic.
Yeah, and it would have been super easy for you and Arij.
That will be done for you, Ola.
In 15 minutes.
So,
in 15 minutes, I read more about medicine than
you
my wife.
really enjoyed this part. Thank you, Prince, for listening to me.
Oh, we had fun. I remember. I was just watching Vikhyat and Alan, the way they were reading everything. Okay, we're looking at points. What will go in the affirmative?
I know. I haven't read so much medical. I think I read more medical in 15 minutes than what my wife in nursing industry has read.
No, but seriously, negative team, you all did not touch on many things. I would have started your argument. No, I would have started your argument saying I don't want clones of myself. I don't want 5 babies who look all the same.
Okay, so now it is the time to reveal the winners for the teams and the winner for the best team. So with whom would you love to start? With the team or the debater?
Team.
Team or debater?
Team.
So for the Toastmasters, we don't have, unfortunately, certificates. So just imagine that you got your certificate, okay? So drum roll. The people who agreed to have clonings around you. So the affirmative team won. I don't know why always. Why? I don't know. Why?
Yes,
Just imagine to see many of one of me is enough. Wallah, it's enough. Otherwise, your life will be so horrible.
I think next Zoom meeting you'll see our clones.
Yay!
Okay.
So I think all the medical knowledge was worth it, huh? Everything you learned, it was totally worth it in those 15
Congratulations,
minutes.
affirmative team. All of you did an amazing job. And now it is the best debater.
Alan Paul.
Alan Paul. And I just want to ask Alina, you got the chance to mute Alan, right?
Oh, I felt so good, so good.
Yes, I knew it.
Elena, imagine he's cloned and you have 2 of him in the house.
I know. So the minute I got the topic, I was like, oh my God, the negative team is going to win this.
Alan, you can say, Alina, you can say that I am his female clone.
Guys, we had been rehearsing since past 2 weeks, our team. Like, we always stuck to what our mentors had told us, that if it's affirmative, captain always does the necessary, talks about necessary, second speaker advantages, and third one about the practicals of the guidance. And that is exactly how our team structure was. So we had a lot of topics that we kept rehearsing all throughout the last 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm proud of my team, and we learned a lot also in this process. And it was a tough competition as well. Thank you, Arij, Angelina, and
Ram.
And Ram for giving us a tough time indeed. And of course,
yes.
Prince.
And of course, yes, Prince and Ola. Ola. Yeah. You first gave us tough table topics, and now you're giving us tough debates. So, thanks for giving us some challenging
Next topic, Ola should be banned from table topic and debate topics.
No, since
I will think of a topic for her.
And I think everyone should be affirmative team.
And I am the negative team.
Okay, let's hear from Angelina. Angelina, how was your experience?
I love the experience. I already participated in some meetings in last year, so I was amazed on the quality of this club. I really learned a lot with you. I know that you have also a YouTube channel, so also I saw some videos there. I'm amazed on the level of this debates, really, and I learned a lot today. For in Brazil, it's today still, today.
Angelina, have you done cross-examination before?
Yes, because of your club, we implemented this in our club in Brazil. So we do also cross-examination, but you are the first club that I saw that. Another club in China and Japan, I didn't see cross-examination. So I know this model only because of your club.
Great,
Yeah.
great. We are
Yes,
so
so thank you very
happy.
much
Thanks to our club mentors, DTM Noor, who is present here, as well as Prince, for bringing us this idea of
Yeah.
cross-examination.
And I do believe we are enjoying the impromptu debate more than the prepared one.
Yeah, we are.
Because most of us, we don't have the time to meet and to prepare and so on. So it's just like on the spot, we will do it, we will research, and we are done with it. So we are like enjoying it much more. So that is really so enjoyable part. So I do believe my role here is done. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed today's debate as I did myself. And thank you so much for everyone who helped in this meeting, from the host DTM Wafat Salman, our beautiful timer, Toastmaster Alina Paul. And thank you for Alan, because he helped in curating the posters for the meeting, and for all the teams and everyone who supported this. Can't wait to see you for the next time. And I can see many people would love to take revenge, and I am waiting all of you. So it is the time to hand over the platform to our presiding officer, DTM Ramkumar Nachbali.
Thank you, wonderful Toastmaster of the day and debaters, negative and affirmative. What an assertive topic, and what a winning, stunning record from the affirmative team. Last time, again, 2 times record by Rahena Akil. Congratulations to the negative team captain and his team, and special thanks to all the participants as affirmative team. And definitely we as affirmative team, I was there, I was referring all the reference sources. It is not that we have not referred. I have completely given a scientific background information, including the statistics. This is what learning. We learn and unlearn. Let me see. Now I see Christy is, I think, connecting to audio for since long time. Is it Christy available? DTM Christy? Yes, he's struggling to connect to us, I believe. Now, can I ask DTM Christy, are you with us?
No, he's still connecting.
Still connecting. I have seen him. Yeah, struggling to connect. Now, I would like to ask again, Gino James, can you enable your video, and how was the meeting? Did you enjoy debaters competing with each other? What did you like, and what is takeaway message, or what is the message for us? Please feel free to share your opinion. How did you feel?
Actually, it was a great, it's a great experience. And the energy and the enthusiasm of the speakers was incredible. And it's really appreciable, especially the cross debating. I'm really I'm so happy to hear that cross debating also. The energy is, I can say, it's really incredible. The energy all the speakers are keeping. It's a wonderful event, actually.
Thank you, Gino. Thank you for the wonderful note. The energy was exciting to you. Thank you. Now, can I ask PG Jitan? She is here. How did you feel today debating? If there are any points to improve, please feel free to express. Toastmaster PG Jitan, all yours.
Thank you. Great. Thank you, DTM Ram. I really enjoyed the session this evening about the topic. It was a little sensitive, but yet eye-opening and very enlightening. I enjoyed that all the debaters very professionally tackled each other, keeping their calm and composure. That was definitely a skill. The club has definitely great mentors, and it had shown in all the members in the performance. So great. I really enjoyed the meeting. Looking forward to another one. Thank you.
Vijay, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to another meeting on 27th. Please do join us. Now, Hanan Al Himiri, are you there? Good evening, welcome
Yes.
again. Please.
Yes, I'm here.
Please let us know, let us hear from you. How did you enjoy the meeting today, engaged with elite debaters today? Are you satisfied?
Yeah.
What satisfied you today?
I definitely enjoyed it. And you know what? What's the most important thing that fascinated me is being able to listen to an opponent and maybe agreeing to their point, however, still being part of the affirmative team. So that was a great challenge. It's very nice, and the respect that people have for one another, as well as delivering the message they have. So they delivered it in a firm way, but also in a respectful way. They maintained their patience, and I was really impressed by it all. And looking forward to attending another one as well, for sure.
Thank you. You're most welcome. We will be having.
Thank you so much for having me today.
You're always welcome. We will be having next meeting on 27. Please do join us. We all respect each other. We learn from each other, and definitely we look forward to hearing you again in the second debate. Now, can I quickly move to Christy Kultra is not here. She's struggling still. Mohammad Riza. Yes, Mohammad Riza is here. Yes, Riza.
Hello, DTM Ram and my dear elite debaters.
Welcome to Kuwait.
You are doing really well. I'm so happy that I logged in. I thought I'll not be able to log in today. And boy, oh boy, the topic was so complicated. It took me back to my school, and I was a bad student. I got a crash course on cloning. Actually, I had absolutely no clue about what cloning is. And I really appreciate the fact that all the debaters put in so much work. And I actually thought that their preparation was at least for a few weeks. I was actually bowled over by so much information and excellent cross-examination by each and every one of you. And a special shout out to Toastmaster Vikyat as well, brilliantly done, as well as Toastmaster Angelina. And I would like to ask Toastmaster Angelina to join us every time. And of course, become a member now.
Definitely. She's more passionate about our debaters. Thank you, Risa, for watching her membership. We appreciate your time. And definitely, we will look for more members joining us. And additional to that, we will also encourage other guest members who want to take part as debaters in the next meeting. Definitely, it's an opportunity for us as elite debaters to learn from you as a guest members. Please do welcome. And if you have any question, I am open to you. And we have our immediate past president, Prince George. He's there to answer. And I would like to ask one more question. Anybody is there? Still, Christy Kultan is, yeah, not there. Now we have two gurus actually, DTM Noor Muhammad and Prince George. Let me ask immediate past president, Prince George, his opinions, his viewpoints, and what are the take-home messages for the debaters today? Of course, affirmative team won, but still as a negative team and affirmative team, we need to learn something more. Can you highlight all yours? Welcome, Toastmaster Prince George, Data Director 2020-2021. Please welcome.
Thank you, DTM Ram. Thanks a lot. Firstly, I mean, it was a pleasure to be sitting here and listening to both sides of the debate for this particular topic, because this topic is pretty advanced as compared to the kind of topics we've had. And it's a great learning on this subject. In fact, I was myself reading up a lot more on this subject after I gave the topic, and I know much more than before I gave this topic for this debate. And it has so many dimensions. This topic, it can go right from the gene study. It can go to the emotional part of it. It can go to the critical thinking part of it. There's so much in this topic, which was well covered by all the teams. And there were new debaters like Vikyat. I noticed. I was quite impressed with the way it was being done. So congratulations, well done on that. And there's a long road ahead, and we're all here to support. So great job. So I was quite impressed with that part of it. Is Arij here? Arij, are you here?
Yes, she's here.
Arij is here. Arij, thankfully we don't have physical meetings, or I'm sure you would have hammered me after this topic, but but I'm glad it's just an online meeting, so I'm far away from you, maintaining social distance. So that's what it is. One important point that was mentioned by someone right now, I was just listening to that, was the benefits of impromptu topics. So I believe that as a club, we have crossed this grind of really understanding what debating is about. We've gone through prepared speeches, prepared topics. We've understood what debating is. And all of us have grown up in the last whatever years we've been members of this club. So I think we are ready for this. We are ready for impromptu topics. So we are here where we need a topic, and now is the time to spring up and mix your table topic skills with critical thinking and debating skills, and just give that performance out there. And I think everyone's doing fantastic on this. We can always keep switching between the two forms of debate as and when the leadership feels that it's time to do that. So let's get exposed to both sides and learn more on that side, right? So yeah, that's about it from my side. Thank you all. It was a fantastic debate. And Ola, congratulations on exhibiting great leadership skills on this as the event chair for this event. Well done. And I look forward to the next meeting as well. Back to you, DTM Ram. Thank you.
Thank you, immediate past Elite Debaters President, Prince George, and the Director, our dignitary. Now, can I quickly ask of some feedback and some points for improvement as club leaders, as also debaters, from our coach, mentor, DTM Noor Mohammed. Sir, all yours, please welcome.
Thank you, DTM Ram. Good evening, all. So it was an exciting debate today. You'll hear a little bit long feedback from me today because I was slightly disappointed. We are elite debaters. We set standard for debates. All right, this is our job. We have been doing debates for quite a bit of time, and we should set good standards for debate. So what I was slightly disappointed today was we are following this impromptu format, right? So the impromptu format is a bit more challenging than the prepared way in which we used to do debates. All right, we used to take 2 weeks to prepare a topic, and we used to come up with solid stuff. Now, 15 minutes of preparation requires a lot of background knowledge about the topic. Means it's not just quickly grasping some ideas from Google and just vomiting those ideas in a debate. All right, this is not debating. Please, you have to understand that just reading something and just telling it out is not debating. Debating is using your critical thinking skills to exactly distill the idea and put it across. All right, you're debating a topic. Debating a topic implies that you see both aspects of the story without any bias. And it gives very little time for you to really come up with solid arguments in a 15 minutes time period. It's an advanced skill. All right. To have this advanced skill, my suggestion is to read up a lot. And I would also suggest the topic people who are giving the topic to choose topics right now which are appropriate for us. All right. Our background, our knowledge, what we have, the majority of the club members' knowledge. So choosing a topic which is we have no idea about, so we will just read up some Google and vomit those ideas. All right, and that is not debating. All right? So there, and also one more thing is to listen carefully. Most of you are caught in that storm of responding quickly. You're reacting to certain feedback. You're not thinking about it, and giving a proper response to it. All right, you're just reacting to certain things. Like, for example, there was a cross-examination between Ram and Rohena. It was the sentences were overlapping. So as audience, I could not make head or tail of what's happening in that. All right. So I'm being critical. Why? Because it'll help you tomorrow to be better debaters. So I would really suggest listen carefully to the arguments, understand where are the missing blocks. Then only something you're talking and something doesn't make sense. You have to catch that which doesn't make sense. All right. So you and your friend are speaking. You speak in a certain logic. Suddenly there is a break. Then you ask a question. What happened here? Right. Same way debating is all about. You find logical inconsistencies. You find something wrong. Like, for example, unacceptable medical risks. Right. So there were abnormalities presented, but no proof was presented for that. So proof needs to be there. Anything what you say has to be substantiated with evidence and proof. Okay. So, but for the time being, for the last previous debates I have seen, you guys have been amazing. All right. Not only the improvement aspect, you guys are really, as Prince said, I agree with Prince 100% that you guys have advanced to after you have known the basic skills of debate. Now you're in the next stage of getting into debates. So to get into that next stage, you have to read up a lot. This is an essential skill which you need to have if you want to advance in debates. And make teams and keep talking to each other. The more you keep talking to each other with people who are of similar frequency or higher than you, you will gain more understanding about a certain topic. Don't interact with people who are wasting your time. Please interact with those people who really will improve your thought process, who will improve your way of thinking. That is my only suggestion. Other than that, you guys were amazing. I enjoyed the debate today. Good luck.
Can you,
to you all.
GTM Noor, can I ask you one question? Furthermore, to enhance our members, in the breakout room, 15 minutes time is given. So 1, 2, 3, and the team captain. What actually the process should be? We need to follow in 15 minutes. Can you enhance our knowledge in that?
See,
When we have a topic and we are in the breakout room for 15 minutes and 3 are discussing what and how the process should begin.
Yeah. Thank you, DTM Ram, for your question. If those of you who had participated in Kuwait Debate Championship, you must have known how the teams were, the Fresh Avocados, for example. These guys were amazing. You know, the rate at which they were speaking, you couldn't even catch the ideas which they are speaking at. So that only implies that they had good, strong background knowledge about the topic. So first things, in that 15 minutes, suppose you have absolutely, let's consider the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is you have no idea about the topic. All right. First things first, it's not just the 15 minutes that you have. It's actually a lot of time before the 15 minutes that you have to prepare. First thing, you have to prepare for your roles. As the team captain, you will do certain jobs. That is defining the terms and stating the first arguments, like, for example, 1 or 2 arguments. All right. And third thing, you will mention what your teammates are going to speak about. Right. So that's the job of the team captain. So you have to have a clear understanding of what your role is. Second speaker is going to expound on the ideas and also carry further arguments. The third speaker is going to be the very important speaker. Why? Because the third speaker is the final speaker who is going to deal with a lot of cross-examination questions, because the last speaker of the opposition team will come up with all the things what they have missed and they will fire at the last speaker. So whoever is the last speaker should be a solid guy who can give very calmly responses. So all these things should be prepared well before that 15-minute period. In that 15-minute period, what you're going to do is, first thing, you will rely heavily on Google. All right. So you will search Google, you'll find journals, you'll find articles. Even if you are telling 3 arguments. You don't need to cover the entirety of it. It's impossible. So what you have to do, take 3 arguments and understand the 3 arguments, at least the basic things. Why are you arguing that? Why are you actually debating that topic? And essentially, what are the primary arguments, the macro scale arguments? And then you break it down. Then for each argument, you have to provide evidence and then the substantiating, filling information. So if you can take that information and allocate one, you're going to speak about this, second speaker, you're going to speak about this, and third speaker, you're going to speak about this. And quickly, they need to do their jobs. In the first 3 minutes, you do this, and after 3 minutes, they will build up this thing and keep one document and write everything in that document, right? Keep one Google Doc open and keep writing in that thing. Page 1 the first guy will be writing, page 2, the second guy will be writing, page 3, the third guy will be writing. All right. Then with the last 5 minutes, consolidate that thing, right? Consolidate everything and have a write-up well beforehand. Every speaker should have a write-up before the 15-minute preparation time. Like, okay, these are the things which I'm going to speak. Okay, you're going to rebut the arguments of the speaker who has spoken earlier. So what you will put a place for rebutting, and you will put the skeleton, basic skeleton with good vocabulary. All right. So when you are speaking, even though the topic is unknown, you will have the vocabulary in place. You just need to fill in the blanks. All right. That will save a lot of time. I always say preparation is the key to success. The more prepared you are before the 15 minutes, the 15 minutes will make a lot of sense. So follow these practices. If you need more information, I can share with you some skeleton documents. These documents you can do to fill up the blanks, and write some arguments, make some Excel sheet, arguments here, argument 1, 2, 3, the cross-examination, what are the cross-examination questions will come for that, and the opposing team arguments here, and the cross-examination questions. So 4 columns, and write down. It's very easy to be organized, but it requires preparation. Good luck to you guys. That's all for myself.
Thank you for the valuable insights, and we appreciate and
Thank
please
you, Noor.
accept our virtual applause, DTM Noor, and do share those in the group. Perhaps everybody will benefit out of it. Winning is not important. Learning is more important in the elite debaters. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to ask, Christy is there still?
No,
yes.
Not yet.
Okay, fine. If he's not there, then yes, DTM. Alan Paul.
I just have one more question to Noor, by the way, because when we went for Kuwait debate championship, what they told us to do was they told us not to use the internet, right?
No, I don't think so.
Really, because I remember, I think Wafa was also there. They told us like you cannot use Google to research. So I thought we shouldn't be using it. Just a thought.
No,
you can, then it's fine.
If you cannot use Google, then it is solely dependent on your existing knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's way too advanced for anyone to come up with some arguments. So I think any debate requires a certain amount of research to be done. So research if it is not Google, then Google is the most easily available tool for doing research right now. There's no other tool. If you're on virtual mode, I don't think you have any other tools. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Same point.
So we'll be more prepared next time when we have a Kuwait debate championship.
Yeah. The reason why Google is not encouraged is because there are a lot of unverified sources. So the point is not to have a lot of scattered sources. So DTM Gayatri also had suggested not to use Google standalone, but to use Google Scholar. So that references are solid.
Yeah. If Google implies that you use Google as a tool, doesn't imply that you go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia is unreliable sources, so you cannot rely. So you have to use your judgment, all right, and choose the sources properly. The internet is full of a lot of stuff. So, but when you are searching for information, you have to choose credible sources, which builds credibility, right? You know about the CRAAP rule. So just follow that rule on information selection.
Okay, so you mean to say when we are stating our facts, we have to say, okay, from so and so source, or according to the study done by so and so source, this is what we are saying, that way, right?
Exactly. Your main idea should always be substantiated with valid evidence. If you're not providing evidence, then it's your opinion, most of it, or it's opinion of somebody else. All right. So how can we as audience believe what you're saying? Because Trump says a lot of things, but no one takes him seriously. Why? Because it's what he thinks about the topic. So that's why he is the most hated president in the whole of history of United States, because he just talks opinions, and a lot of statements only. It is not substantiated by any valid, credible source. All right. So if you want to be taken seriously, then better provide evidence and substantiate whatever you're saying, the main arguments at least, with some solid evidence and proof. And that will really build up your case. Not everything is logic. Use emotional side also, ethos also. So it's up to. Last time we had a meeting, we had in Critical Thinkers. Prince is the president there. There was a lady called DTM Mao from Qatar. The way in which she presented the whole summary, she included logic with excellent combination of emotion. So that really struck the chord, and that team won solely based on all their arguments were weak, but her summary was so strong that that team won. Right? People go by relating themselves to you. If you don't relate to them, if you are purely logical, they don't relate to you. Okay? So you have to use that kind of logic and emotion. It's an amalgamation of both. Thank you so much. I'm taking too much time. Sorry.
No, it was very
Yeah, just to add to that, DTM, I'm sorry, I'll just take 1 minute because Noor has covered most of my thoughts on the subject, but I just thought that I should just say something more in addition to that. So look, now this format is totally different from what we've been doing. There's 15 minutes that you have to make or break, right? So yes, we do need statistics or some credible information to what we are saying. But unlike our initial debating structure, I don't think that should be the focus in this format of debating. Yes, you need to have it for your main arguments. So if you have three, maybe your first argument should have some credible information which endorses that argument. But I believe that this format of impromptu, Noor, you can also just maybe correct me if I'm wrong here. I believe that this format of debating that we are having right now is more about how much you can convince the opposition that you are logically and of course through your emotional language, how much you make more sense to say that what I'm saying is right. It's more than the information that backs you up in terms of let's say the resource papers or reports that are available online, because 15 minutes is not enough to search for information. I think it's a lot of this part of this 15 minutes should be spent to think critically as a team, saying that this is the topic, we believe in this topic because of ABCDE reasons, and we need to convince the audience and the opposition that these 5 reasons are substantial enough to prove that this is what the point is, right? So how do you really communicate and convince the audience and your opposition on this topic is really the crux of impromptu debating. So it's not just about what you're talking, it's about how you're talking, right? So that's also very important. You need to use logic, you need to use emotion, you need to use your convincing skills. So all that together is what impromptu debating is about. If you just rely on credible information or reports or thesis studies, it's not going to work, because 15 minutes is too short for you to just focus on that one thing. But getting all these pieces together in a jigsaw puzzle and delivering a convincing argument is what the focus really is. and back it up with information if you can.
Prince, usually in the cross question, they were asking several times. I have seen the debate impromptu also. Do you have any references? In that case, what a debater should do?
Yeah, so if a debater is claiming a reference, then of course, you have to substantiate that, saying that it's whichever study ABC for whatever reason, if you're claiming something. But if you put it across as an opinion, then you don't have to claim references, right? This is my opinion. It's my opinion, right? So when you go in a structured debate, of course, you have to come up with the references, the debate that we were having previously. But impromptu, even what we saw in the Kuwait debating championship that we were a part of then, we saw such youngsters coming up and giving their opinions on so many points, which we thought were amazing. It was just their opinion about it. You cannot challenge them on references on points which are just their opinion. But if they claim that a study says this, of course, you have to ask them, what is the reference of this information?
Yeah, got it. Thank you. And before we wind up, let me ask our immediate past District Director, Wafa Salman, to hear a wisdomful words and if anything to note and to learn from her, because we also, with the process of renewals, can I request Wafa Salman? Welcome. All yours.
Thank you. Regarding debates, I have nothing to add above what I heard from Noor and Prince. And I took notes and we are learning along the way. Thank you very much. Regarding the payment, I will start, as you know, I got approval from you to send you the link, and I will send the link to each one of you to pay. And when I have the 8, we will be in a good standing. We need to be in a good standing before the contest. So that's very important. So I will pay online. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you once again. And Alina, you're being very silent. Is still there as a timer? Still you're counting on us? How much time did Noor and Prince took?
No, Alina left long back.
Brother knows about sister very well. Thank you. With that, if you have any questions, I open to you one last time. And if you don't, we declare that today's meeting is adjourned. Next meeting would be on 27th March. And I'm sure that next president support team is ready with the role players and all. Suhan,